So howdy, Sea Campers. My name's Chief Engineer McQueen, and I'm with Dr. Potier, and we are both instructors at Texas A&M in Galveston, where they have the Maritime Academy. This is a picture of our own training vessel where we train the cadets to work as merchant mariners aboard ships or out to sea on rigs. And we have it down in Galveston, and it's a wonderful vessel. So I wanted to tell you just a little bit about myself. I've sailed on deep sea big tankers. We did the Alaska Panama run, and then I've sailed on tugboats that run up and down the Houston Ship Channel. And as a marine engineer, I basically keep the engine running. Now I keep the lights on. We have diesels on board, as you see in some of the next slides, where I'll show you some gas turbines which power the vessel and keep it moving. So I'm a member of the Navy Reserve, project management. I do have a bachelor's degree in marine engineering, which is what most of the officers have when you go out to sea.
Hi, campers. My name is Paul Potier, and I am a professor of practice at Texas A&M University in Galveston in the Marine Engineering Technology Department with Chief McQueen. My background has to do with engineering program management, hardware development, communications engineering, and computer networking. My educational background is I have bachelor's, master's, and PhD in electrical engineering. So I've come to the Marine Engineering Technology Department to help develop more of an electronics focus for our electrotechnical officer program. But my background includes about 25 years of experience with corporate entities such as IBM, Exxon, and Motorola. So there I've done analog and digital electronics, programming, worked with microcontrollers with radio systems. And at Exxon even did some geophysics research, and I've spent quite a bit of time in semiconductor project management. Chief McQueen?
Yes, here's another picture of the General Rudder. As it goes out to sea, we do take the cadets on the General Rudder so that they can get hands-on experience operating and steering the vessel. Marine engineering. So it's a broad engineering degree. We have students that work on rigs, as you see on the right, which sit out off the coast of Africa, sit off in the Gulf of Mexico. We have students that work on cruise ships. Personally, I worked on a tanker as I was sailing. And all of these have one thing in common, or well, they have engines to keep the power on and to propel them through the water. So I started my career on steamships. And as you see, we actually had to light a torch to light the burners, which would actually boil the water and make steam. The steam would go just like a teapot, and it would turn the turbine so that it would turn a generator or gears to make the ship move. A lot of the steamships now have been retired, and we have moved on to diesel and gas turbines. So here are some of the diesel vessels. As you see, especially the one on the left, you see there's a little tiny man up on top. So these are huge engines that have lots of power. It's not like the diesels in trucks. These are mammoth engines. Gas turbine vessels. A lot of vessels in the Coast Guard and the Navy are gas turbines. There are a few gas turbine vessels that are on tankers. These are really, really big airplane turbine. So when you go on an airplane, you'll sit by the wing and you'll see the gas turbine out there. These are the gas turbines that they put on ships. And you see they're a lot bigger. Control systems. So when I first started sailing, if you look on the right, everything was done by hand. We had to put the torch in the steam, in the boiler to light it. We had to turn lots and lots of valves, and everything was done by hand. If you look on the left, you'll see where the industry is going now, which is a lot of automation.
And so here we see that one of the emerging fields in the marine engineering space is called the electrotechnical officer, who is an officer on board the ship who specializes in maintaining the electrical systems and the electronic systems aboard the ship. So as you can see, as Chief McQueen pointed out, on the left, you see a huge Wärtsilä engine that is being maintained by an ETO, or electrotechnical officer, that is checking some of the controls there on the ship. Also, in the bridge on the upper right, we see that the person who is driving the ship on the bridge, there's a lot of instrumentation that has to be maintained and upgraded at times to make sure that the latest electronic equipment is available for the crew and the captain. Here we see the gentleman in the yellow hard hat who is doing some troubleshooting work aboard ship on some electrical power equipment. And one of the primary things that our ETOs will do will be electronics troubleshooting. And that may be on the bench, as we see the young lady on the left working on a circuit board. We see that there are two other people who are working on electronic circuit boards, one on board the ship and one inside. We can see that there's a lot of testing and checking and verification that the systems are operating correctly. And so what are some of the industries that you might work in with a marine engineering degree or a specialization in the ETO or electrotechnical officer space? Well, you can work on the ship, of course, and there are those systems that Chief McQueen referred to, the engine, the propulsion, the lighting, and all of those electrical and electronic systems that are aboard ship. You can also look at the offshore industry, a very high-tech industry now, a lot of electronics and electrical equipment on those type of vessels and or structures. And then also, one of the things that may not be well known is that you will be very well prepared for a career in the power industry. So the people who make electrical power, whether that be by fossil fuel or even nuclear power, our graduates are very well positioned for those types of jobs. And here on the upper left is actually a picture from the International Space Station. Those types of positions are also very well suited for our graduates. Chief McQueen, who is this person in this photo here?
And that is Admiral Fossum.
And Admiral Fossum is our Chief Operating Officer of Texas A&M University at Galveston. And he is also an astronaut who was aboard the International Space Station. And again, with the type of degree that you would have from marine engineering technology and in, with a major in electrotechnical officer study, you can then find that it would be applicable perhaps to even work on the International Space Station or other types of electromechanical systems that would be applicable for space. Now, here, one of the things that our industry is moving towards on ships and in a lot of other industries is robotics and a new field that is called mechatronics. And from that, we can see that people who design and maintain many of these robotics will be very much in demand. So as we look forward to the future, we will see that we will be able to uh, perhaps design and maintain many of these systems in many different types of industries. And with that, Chief McQueen, we want to thank our campers and we want to wish them a good career. And we would be very interested to speak to them more if they would like about our major and about our program. And there are so many wonderful career opportunities for them going forward.
Definitely, I agree. It's a wonderful industry. There's lots of opportunities in the maritime industry, especially with marine engineering and the electrotechnology courses. You can go like Dr. Portier said, you can go to space if you like. So there are opportunities, and if you have any questions, definitely contact us. And you guys stay safe and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.